Good evening to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet 2024. Any editorial that deals with Investors Meet will talk about or will touch dimensions like what are the objectives, who participated, that means the companies, from how many countries, what are the countries, and how many MOUs have been signed, where are they going to invest the amount, what are the hurdles, what are the bottlenecks, and what the state government is going to do to remove those hurdles. And finally, it may talk about what is on paper and how difficult it is to implement. This is a broad framework. Let us start the session with the tone of this editorial. The tone of this editorial is positive and supportive of the efforts made during the Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet GIM 2024. Completely positive, positive and supportive. But a word of caution. How does it start? Investor confidence. You can also say investors' confidence, but investor confidence used as a compound noun. Investor confidence or one individual. But there's one important word here confidence. We all know the meaning of the word confidence. We are all confident. And confident means what? The feeling that you can achieve something, you can do something, optimistic, but not exactly optimistic, cheerful. It's a feeling, confidence. Confidence means what? The feeling, the gut feeling that you can achieve something, you can do something. All of you know the word confidence, it's a practical word. Everyone knows, but what is the opposite of confidence? Imagine you're talking about, give me a second. Here we have the word confidence. But what is the opposite of confidence? How many of you know the opposite of confidence? Tell me. What is the opposite of confidence? Opposite of confidence is diffidence. Very good. Someone has responded. Diffidence. Confident. Who is this? Anusha. And who else? Pandu also. Very good. I appreciate. Many students. Wonderful. Confidence opposite diffidence. Confident opposite diffident. Investor confidence. An important word. But what is it about on the 2 day Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet GIM 2024? But here it is about, it's a noun phrase on the 2 day Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet. What is a noun here? It is about a meet. Before a noun, we use adjectives, and adjectives cannot be in the plural form. In the exam, same sentence they may give on the 2 days Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet. 2 days, not correct. 2 day Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet. That you have to recollect. What is the main idea of this editorial? Tamil Nadu must match its growth aspirations with action on the ground. When we first we have to look at the helping verb must. We have got many a time. Must has two functions. What is the first one? It is used to present or express a personal obligation. What is it? Personal obligation or an obligation imposed by the speaker. Obligation means your duty, something you have to do because it is your duty or you have promised to do it. A personal obligation or an obligation imposed by the speaker. But the second meaning of the word must, it is used to express the idea that something is compulsory. You must attend the meeting means what? Compulsory. Very good. Who is this? Tripura Sundari. Must match. When we use the word match, you have to think of the preposition with. Match this thing with that thing. Here, what are the two things that have to match? Match its growth aspirations. Aspirations, an important word. Aspiration, noun, singular form. Aspirations, plural. A hope or ambition, more than hope, ambition of achieving something. Ambition to achieve something, aspiration. Generally, we say bank aspirant, SSC aspirant, IAS aspirant, means their ambition is to get those. With action on the ground, its growth aspirations, one thing. Action on the ground, another thing. That is a reality. Ah, very good. Aspiration, hope, longing, desire, yearning. Wonderful. How does it start? By getting industry leaders to commit to invest 6.64 lakh crore through 631 memoranda of understanding signed over the course of the two-day Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet JM 2024, the MK Stalin government seems intent on using job creation to steer the state on a growth trajectory. It's only one sentence, mind you, a lengthy sentence, but not difficult to understand. By getting industry leaders, by making someone do something, by getting industry leaders, that means there's some objective. By getting industry leaders to commit to invest, how much? 6.64 lakh crore, how? Through 631 memoranda of understanding. Here there's an important word, memoranda. Memoranda, singular or plural? What is the singular form of this? Already Anusha has so many words, important words. Memorandum, singular, and what is a plural? Memoranda. All of you, please keep checking the comment box. You can learn a lot. The students have been adding, they're doing value addition and quite useful. Nouns of Latin and Greek origin, they do not take S or ES. And there are some important nouns. Memorandum, singular, memoranda, plural. Criterion, criteria. Phenomenon, phenomena. Alumnus, alumni or alumni. Like that, usually I give 10 to 15 words. You can check the comments box. You can see a lot of words. All are important words. Memoranda of understanding. Here it is a plural noun. What is it? Plural noun. Signed over. Sign is also an important word. You may ask why. Sign can be a noun. Sign can be a verb. Sign can be an adjective. If I say, what is that sign? It is a noun. Please sign the document. Here it is a verb. I cannot understand the sign language. Here it is an adjective. But a common error they have given in many exams, please sign in the register. Answer my question, is the sentence right or wrong? Please sign in the register. Is it right or wrong? It is wrong. It's a common error. We should not use a preposition in. What is the correct sentence? Please sign the register. That is correct. All these you have to recollect. It talks about the Tamil Nadu state could get industry leaders to commit to invest how much? 6.64 lakh crore. How? Through 631 memoranda of understanding signed over the course of the two-day Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet, GIM 2024. It shows that the MK Stalin government seems intent. The subject here, MK Stalin government, a noun phrase. Government singular, it is in present tense. Subject is third person singular. We should add S or ES to the verb. Seems intent. Here, intent is a noun. What is the meaning? Intention or purpose. Generally, we use the word intention. You can also say intent. Like this, you have, we all know the word information. If I write info, some students may think info is a short form. No, info is a separate word. Both mean the same. Information, one word, info, one word. Same way, here, intent, one word, intention, another word. Intention or purpose. Seems intent on using job creation. They want to create jobs. Why? To steer the state on a growth trajectory. Steer means a direct. You all know the word steering, drive, guide. Very good. Steer the state on a growth trajectory. Trajectory is an important word. When you read the Hindu editorial, quite often you come across the word trajectory, but actually it goes with astrophysics, physics. In this context, what does it mean? A path, a progression. In this context, specifically, line of development, growth of development, growth, not development, line of development, the path of development. The projections of an additional 26.90 lakh jobs, including 14.54 lakh through direct employment, are meant to reinforce Tamil Nadu's reputation as an economic powerhouse. All these projections based on the investments, the projections, after that you have a phrase of an additional 26.9490 lakh jobs, including 14.54 lakh through direct employment. But what is the subject here? The projections. The projections are meant to. See, we have in between phrases of an additional 26.90 lakh jobs, including 14.54 lakh through direct employment. In the exam, this awareness is very important. Usually, if you take English language, it has about 350 patterns. Basic pattern is SVO pattern. I'm sure you all know what the letters stand for: subject, verb, object. But if the writers use this pattern all the time, they won't be able to provide a lot of information. So, what the writers do after the subject or to the subject, they use a phrase or a clause to present more information. Object, a phrase, or a clause. When you read a sentence in the exam, a lengthy sentence, you should have the ability to identify the phrases and clauses that go either with the subject or with the object. Then put those phrases and clauses in brackets, cross check the projections, plural or plural. In the exam, they may give a singular verb. You got to be careful. All the projections are meant to reinforce. Reinforce means what? Strengthen. Strengthen what? Tamil Nadu's reputation. Reputation, part of speech, noun. The perception of the public, the name you have. When someone thinks of a company or a celebrity or a scientist, the public, if you take the general public or the people, they have a particular image, and it could be good, it could be bad. Then we use the word reputation. What is a reputation? What is a name? And generally, we use one combination. When we talk about scientists, that scientist has international reputation. Means what? International name. A scientist of international repute, another expression, same meaning. Many students may not know that. A scientist of international repute, one expression. A scientist who has international reputation, a regular expression. What is the image they want to project or reinforce? An economic powerhouse, an important expression. In sheer numbers, I use this word quite often. Sometimes they say sheer waste of time, mere waste of time, complete waste of time. When it comes to numbers, in sheer numbers, an important phrase you have to remember: the success. Here, the subject is success, the success of the 2024 edition dwarfs. Here, you have to put the phrase in brackets and cross check. The success dwarfs the outcomes in 2019 and 2015. Generally, the word dwarf, answer my question, which part of speech is it? It is a noun. And dwarf is a simple word everyone knows. When we talk about plants, dwarf plants, what is the word we use? Bonsai. Bonsai means what? Dwarf trees in a way. Dwarf trees, we use the word bonsai. Persons, 2 feet, 3 feet, we say he is a dwarf, she is a dwarf. Many students know that, but there's another word you guys have to know. What is it? Midget. Midget. Midget also means a dwarf. But here it has been used as a verb. As a verb, what does it mean? Cause to seem small or insignificant in comparison. Dwarf as a verb means to make something look insignificant or small. Dwarf tree, yes, you're right. Very good. It has attracted, which tense is this? Present perfect. It has attracted investments in, no, it has attracted the conclave, the meet has done what? It has attracted. Which tense is this? Present perfect. Ask a question, it has attracted what? Investments. What? Then you ask a question, where? When you ask a question, what attracted investments? Where? Lilliput also you can say, Anusha, you're right. Where? In green energy, e-vehicles, non-leather footwear, automobiles, advanced electronic manufacturing, defense and aerospace, and the time tested means something that has been proven to be successful. Time tested information technology, and digital services. All these. Significantly, what does it mean? Importantly, going beyond the developed Chennai and Coimbatore regions, these investments are distributed across the state, across the state, across the state, a prepositional phrase, are distributed, present tense, including deep down south. Generally what happens, the growth or development gets uh, clustered at one place. Now people are talking about balanced development, significantly going beyond the developed Chennai and Coimbatore regions. Today if you take the state of Tamil Nadu, Chennai is the state capital, obviously the development is focused over there, and after Chennai it is Coimbatore, but that is not a good thing. What now people are trying to do, they're trying to take a holistic approach, and they want to make sure that growth, or it is going to be inclusive growth, not one region in a particular state. They want to develop many regions. What are the advantages? Next sentence talks about that. But here across the state, including deep down south, with the creation of support infrastructure in tier 2 and tier 3 cities and towns, this could pave the way for balanced regional development. This is the objective. Balanced regional development, and partially prevent, not completely, partially prevent migration to urban centers that are bursting at the seams. Here we have two idioms. But what is the idea? What is the meaning of this sentence? When they try to create or establish industries across the state, that results in balanced development. And what are the advantages? It can partially prevent migration. With the creation of support infrastructure in tier 2 and tier 3 cities and towns, this could pave the way, an important idiom, to make it easier for something to happen. Pave the way for growth means create the path for growth, for balanced regional development, one thing, and partially prevent migration to urban centers that are bursting at the seams. This we have got for the first time. Bursting at the seams means to be very full or crowded. Obviously, cities are crowded, but when you talk about cities, the general characteristic feature of a city, you have to know one particular idiom. What is it? Hustle and bustle of a city. Whenever we talk about a city, we use this idiom. Hustle and bustle of a city means what? The noise and the pace. Pace means speed. No, cities are noisy. Cities are fast paced, and noise and pace of a city. You have to recollect two words. Who is this? Wonderful. Urban, opposite, rural. But you have to also recollect urban, urbane. Last year in one exam they gave the word urbane. Urbane means what? Urbane means polished, sophisticated, civilized. All these words you have to, excuse me, getting a call. Urbane means what? Polished, civilized, refined. All these words you have to think of. Skyscrapers also related word. How many countries participated? This talks about the countries. Nine advanced nations had come in as partners. Had come in. Which tense is this? Past perfect. Had come. Had come in as partners, and over 30 countries were participants in the conclave. How many countries participated? 30 countries. That's a huge number. In the conclave, conclave means a gathering, whose global nature is what has inspired new entrants such as Vietnam's EV leader VinFast to seize the opportunity to enter the Indian market from Tamil Nadu. Imagine 30 countries representation, it truly becomes a global event. And because of its global nature, some industries may get inspired. They may come forward to invest. This sentence talks about that. Nine advanced nations had come in as partners, and over 30 countries were participants in the conclave, whose global nature, based on that, it got the global dimension, whose global nature is what has inspired new entrants. It has inspired new entrants such as Vietnam's EV leader VinFast to seize the opportunity. Seize the opportunity means what? Catch the opportunity, grab the opportunity to enter the Indian market from Tamil Nadu. We can also say enter the Indian market through Tamil Nadu. What are the companies now that multinational domestic groups including Hyundai, Tata's, Adani, Qualcomm, Saint-Gobain are keen to expand their footprint, means their presence shows a level of investor confidence. What is the subject here? That multinational and domestic groups, including all these, are keen to expand their footprint. All this is considered subject from here to here. This shows, based on that, we have to add S or ES to the verb. This shows, what shows that all these things are keen to expand their footprint, shows here the subject is a clause, an important pattern, shows a level of investor confidence in Tamil Nadu's economic and governance climate. Any industry, when the industry wants to invest in a particular country or a particular state, looks at two things. One, economic climate, whether it is going to be commercially viable or not viable, whether it is going to be a lucrative project or not, the first and foremost. But the second thing, again, very important, governance climate. What does it mean? Political stability. No industry, or if you take any company, will not invest if there is a political turmoil. Turmoil, we got the word yesterday. Turmoil means what? Disturbance. If at all there is political disturbance, the companies will not invest. So they look for two things: economic climate, governance climate. Nonetheless, usually we use the word however. Even here we can use the word however. However, both express contrast. However, nonetheless, there is always a demonstrable gap between. When we say between, we have to talk about two things: expressions of interest to invest, one thing, and translating the MOUs into actionable reality, another thing. This is a main idea. It talks about there is always a demonstrable gap, a gap that can be demonstrated between two things. What is the first thing over here? Expressions of interest to invest. That means the investors meet, negotiations, MOUs, all these things on the one hand. On the other hand, translating the MOUs into actionable reality. MOUs on paper, but reality is something different. There's always a gap, and that can be demonstrated. This has been the case with euphoria generating investor conclaves in general, due to multiple factors such as time and on ground constraints. There is a general trend. What is a general trend or generally what happens? This has been present perfect, an important pattern. Usually students, when they see the word been, they think of passive voice. Don't do that. Been, here it is in present perfect active voice. This has been, he has been, she has been, it has been. The case with euphoria generating investor conclaves. Whenever there is an investor conclave, euphoria generated means people get excited, extreme happiness, confidence in general, due to multiple factors such as time and on-ground constraints. Initial euphoria, but when it comes to reality, not that positive. Multiple factors. Why? What is the reason behind multiple factors? Such as, one is the time factor. Second, and the most important, on ground constraints. Constraints mean what? Limitations. What are those limitations? You will come to know. The aspiration to make Tamil Nadu $1 trillion economy. That is a goal they have, ambition they have, the dream they want to make it true. The aspiration to make Tamil Nadu $1 trillion economy by 2030 needs something. What does it need? It needs to be matched with action. Matched with something, matched with action. And how is it possible? The release of a vision blueprint serves as a starting point. To match with action, they have to do something. What is that? Release of a vision blueprint. Vision blueprint. Blueprint, an important expression. Something intended as a guide for making something else, or a strategy, a plan, a roadmap to achieve success. It serves as a starting point. The Chief Minister's public guarantee to provide the investors access to his office. The Chief Minister's public guarantee to provide something, provide what? The investors access to his office to be able to reach him and grant clearances for projects through a single window system without any red tapeism, monitored by an industries minister headed special committee, is a welcome demonstration of the government's commitment to its vision. From here to here, like the subject, the chief minister's public guarantee to provide the investors access to his office and grant clearances for projects through a single window system, monitored by an industries minister headed special committee. All this is considered subject, one unit, is a welcome demonstration. In the exam, they may give a sentence like this, then students get confused. What is the subject here? Why should we use a singular verb? All these are considered subject, one unit. And singular is a welcome demonstration of the government's commitment to its vision. A key challenge. Now, the editorial talks about the challenges in implementing. A key challenge would be to ensure the potential investors have access to vast land parcels to set up their projects. Investors need vast land parcels, and the government has to provide. That is one challenge. Why is it a challenge? In recent years, Tamil Nadu has faced challenges in land acquisition for infrastructural projects. This is a challenge. The investors need vast land parcels to set up industries, and it's a challenge. Why is it a challenge for the state government? In the recent past, it has encountered or faced challenges in land acquisition. Acquire is a verb, acquisition noun, the act of acquiring or gaining possession. A lot of hurdles. At the same time, transparently sharing details of all MOUs and a periodic update on their progress would further boost industry confidence. How does the editorial end? There are two aspects the editorial touches. One, it talks about transparency. I told you conclave, one meaning, a gathering, a meeting, one meaning. It has another meaning. The second meaning has a negative connotation. What is it? A secret meeting, a meeting where the negotiations or the discussions not made public. Keeping that in mind, perhaps at the same time, an important phrase, transparently sharing details of all MOUs. They have to make the MOUs, they have to disclose all the facts and a periodic update, regular update on their progress, very important to monitor, would further boost industry confidence. Boost means what? Encourage or help in growth. And there's one important word here, further. Immediately you have to recollect two words. One is FARTHER. What does it refer to? Distance. What is the word that has been used in the editorial? It means what? Further means in addition to. One talk farther talks about distance, further talks about in addition to. Two important words one has to recollect. That's all about the editorial. Now let us go to based on comprehension skill to enhance your comprehension skill. A few questions. What is the primary focus of the Tamil Nadu Global Investors Meet GIM 2024? Job creation, agricultural development, cultural promotion, social welfare. Primary focus is what? How come no one has responded? It is job creation. Obviously, answer is A, job creation. Employment generation also we can say. How much investment commitment was secured through memoranda of understanding MOUs during the GIM 2024? How many crores Sans means, where is the word sans, Pandu? Don't bring new words, Pandu. I have been telling you. Please don't bring new words. If you see the word there, you can ask me, do you see that word here? I don't see that word. I always tell students, this platform, within the stipulated time, I can talk about whatever is here. If you bring questions, no, I know the meaning, Anusha. Intentionally, I'm telling, I don't want to answer. What is the reason? Today, Pandu may bring, tomorrow, Anusha may bring, day after tomorrow, someone else may bring. I keep answering those questions. I cannot focus on this analysis. Other article don't bring here. Whatever you see on screen, the slide, you ask, I'll be happy to answer. But some other article, some other editorial, I cannot. What is the reason behind? Today you may ask, tomorrow someone else, then 5 students, 10 students. They bring their own doubts. I keep answering, this will get affected. We'll go off their track. And it will take 2 hours or 3 hours. Please don't do that. I have told many a time. How much investment? Answer this question. No one is, have you answered? Huh. 6.64 lakh crore. In which sectors did the GIM 2024 attract investments? What are the sectors? Only information technology, not correct. Only agriculture, not correct. Only defense, the word only you can reject immediately. Thank you very much for understanding. Pandu, hope you got it. Anisha has responded positively. Green energy, e-vehicles, non-leather footwear, and more. Answer is C. You guys are very understanding. I appreciate that. How does the editorial suggest that the government could prevent migration partially to urban centers? How is it possible to prevent? No, no, please don't say sorry. I appreciate your enthusiasm. No need to say sorry. By restricting job opportunities in urban areas, by investing in rural infrastructure, by promoting urban development exclusively, by limiting investments to metropolitan regions. What is the answer? Fourth one. How does the editorial suggest that the government could prevent migration to urban centers? By investing in rural infrastructure. No, 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 no. Please understand the question. How come C? That is strange. I'm surprised. How does the editorial suggest that the government could prevent migration to urban centers? How can we prevent migration to urban centers when we develop rural areas, when we establish industries in the rural areas? Then we can prevent migration to urban areas. As simple as that. Urban, rural. Now you all know many rural people from rural areas, they go to urban centers. How do we stop that? Why do they go for jobs? How do we stop that? Establish industries in the rural area, then they won't go to the urban centers. By investing in rural infrastructure. Answer is B. What is mentioned as a key challenge? Key challenge means important challenge in the editorial regarding the GIM 2024 outcomes. They are going to face a lot of challenges, but what is a key challenge, the most important challenge? Lack of investor interest, difficulties in securing government clearances, challenges in land acquisition for projects. It clearly talks about acquisition, land acquisition, a major challenge. Answer is what? C is the answer. I have brought 5 idioms. Look at the 5 idioms, look at the meanings, try to match. Some are familiar, and a few are very important. They have given many a time. I'll mark here. Get cold feet, they have given many a time. Put someone's foot down or your foot down, they have given a few times. On your toes, we have got recently, should not be a problem to answer that one. Toe to toe, a direct conflict between two people or groups possible in close quarters. Answer is E. Face to face, toe to toe. Close quarters confrontation, conflict. Face off. We also say face off. On your toes. Before the exam, you should be on your toes. Usually, you should be on your toes. On your toes means what? Be on your toes. To continue directing all the attention and energy. Answer is C, not B. Alert. Be on your toes means what? Be alert. When you are alert, you direct all the attention and energy to one particular source. Alert. Put your foot down. The manager put his foot down regarding a particular policy. Means what? Deal with someone in a strict way. Answer is D. The manager put his foot down while dealing with the employees. Means he was very strict. Answer is D. Before a public speech, usually people have cold feet. Students, candidates, your age group, before the exam, you may have cold feet. You may get cold feet. What does it mean? To experience reluctance, not exactly reluctance, fear. You get frightened, you get tensed up, you have that fear. Then answer is B. What are you left with? Drag your feet. Dragging means pulling. Do something very reluctantly, delay doing something. Don't drag your feet. Generally, conversation English we say. I would like to know, has anyone got all the five correct? Please answer. Toe to toe, new one. On your toes, you got yesterday. Put your foot down, a new one. Cold feet, everyday English. Drag your feet, easy to guess. Has anyone got all the five correct? Yesterday, we got almost 25 words. Cold feet, related words, public speaking, extempore, off the cuff, eloquent, oratory. Wonderful, Anusha, I appreciate. Oh, Tripura Sundari, all the five correct. Anusha also all the five correct. And Akila A. Reddy, all the five correct. Wonderful. Four also, you should be happy, Anand. Don't get disappointed. Try to recollect the meanings of these words, but first you write the part of speech, then you write the meaning. All are important words. In fact, yesterday we got about 25 words. I brought only 21. Space constraint. What is the meaning of remission? These are important words and not regular words. And they go with a context. What is the context here? Crime, law, legal, court, all these, government. Cancellation. Remission means what? Cancellation of debt, penalty, punishment, sentence, all these. Part of speech, noun. Cancellation of something. Searing has two meanings. One meaning very hot, but based on the context, what is the meaning? To criticize severely. Part of speech, sear. You can say verb, but searing becomes adjective. We can use a verb ing form as an adjective or as a noun. Remission, abrogate, rescind, cancel, revoke. Wonderful, Pandu. I appreciate. Scorching heat, you have to recollect that. Yesterday, I said indictment. No, C is silent. I would like to please listen to me. How do you pronounce this word? I myself forgot. Indictment. The letter C is silent, not T. The letter C is silent. And how do you pronounce this? Indictment. Diet. D-I-E-T. Diet. Remember? Indictment. Part of speech, noun. What does it mean? Formal accusation, usually against an institution, a government, a regime. Allegations, accusation, imputation, impeachment, all the words can be written. Criticize severely. Yes, Manasa, you're right. Searing. Here, as a noun, how do you pronounce convict? As a verb, how do you pronounce convict? He has been convicted. Yes, accusation, allegation, impeachment. Not exactly impeachment, but accusation, allegation, formal, very formal. C is silent. Yes. Who is that? I think yesterday you only, you thought T. No, no, T you have to. C is silent. Two students responded based on what I said. I appreciate that. But one student said, "Sir, I remember you said T silent, not T, C." And the other one wrote C silent. That is correct. Indictment. Quash means what? Nullify, to make someone something null and void. That is an important expression. Null and void. Quash. Null also you can say. That's a separate word, but we usually say null and void. Heinous, part of speech adjective. What does it mean? Crime, it goes with crime. Heinous crime means very bad, shocking, not acceptable. For which one? Six. Huh. Awful, terrible, odious, des, des or D, despicable. Good. Very bad and shocking. Wicked also you can use. Yes, Pandu has written the word. We also say wicked, but more than wicked, something that is very bad, disgusting, not acceptable. Pogrom, an important word we have got for the first time. How do you pronounce that? Pogrom means what? Targeting or massacre of people of a particular ethnic group or a particular community. For that, we also use a word. I told yesterday also. What is the word we use? Genocide. Genocide means killing people of a particular race or community. Side means kill. Genocide. Side is a suffix. Unequivocal. Equivocal, two equal things, then you get confused, ambiguous, vague, not clear. What is opposite? Unequivocal. This is also an adjective. Trial means hearing, part of speech, noun. Yes. Who is that? Anusha. Hearing. First hearing, second hearing, the whole process. More than hearing, better word would be the process in the court is called trial. The entire process is called trial. Unequivocal means not ambiguous, something crystal clear. Yes, Anand, you're right. Disgraceful, part of speech, adjective. Disgraceful behavior. Lucid, that's a good word. Who is this lucid? Who has written? Naidu. But lucid, you have to know the word combinations. Usually it goes with teaching, one combination. It also goes with explanation, usually with explanation. A lucid explanation means crystal clear. Verdict means what? Judgment, part of speech, noun. Someone has gone to the 13th one and others 10, 11, 12. Facilitate, make something happen, create the atmosphere for something to take place. Facilitate a verb, but you have to recollect the word felicitate, confusing words. Complicit, part of speech, adjective. Complicit behavior means what? Joining hands with someone who is committing crime or who has committed crime. Complicit. Helping someone in crime. For that, we also say partner in crime. Usurpation, a defunct law, part of speech, adjective. No longer in use. Yes, that is true. Usurpation, part of speech, noun, an important word. Seize power, very good. Usurpation means what? Take power into your hands when you don't have the power and do something. That's what Gujarat government did. Cite, part of speech, verb. And what is a typical word you have to think of? Use something as a reference, cite, quote. But you have to also recollect confusing words. Cite, SIGHT. Exactly. They don't have the power, but they grab the power and do something. Reiterate. You have got many a time part of speech verb. It is a regular verb. Say something again and again. Repeat. Parameters, part of speech noun. The qualities, the factors, the standards to be considered. What are the parameters? Factors is the right word. Fair has many meanings. Fair complexion, dark complexion, one meaning. And fair treatment, just, perfect, impartial. Fair can be a noun, can be an adjective. She has been treated fairly. She has got a fair treatment, means perfect, proper, just. Omnibus means what? Part of speech adjective. Including many things at a time, trying to provide many things at a time, or considering many things at a time, omnibus. Impartial is the right word, Manasa, you're right. Many things at a time, yes, Tripura Sundari. Gesture, a non-verbal communication using body language like your hands or your head, part of speech, noun. Gestures. Encompass, one more word we got, encompass. Encompass means what? Cover. That's all for today. So many words, important words. Try to spend some time and make sure you remember. This is an important word. This is an important, so many important words. Thanks for being with me till the fag end of the session. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I may start two sessions. One goes with SSC mini mocks. The other one, either banks mini mocks or SBI mains mini mocks. One of the two. Wait till tomorrow, you will come to know. Thank you very much. And do remember to subscribe.